Hey guys, how you doing? This is Manga, etc. And I'm here today to bring a review for Sakamoto Days Manga Chapter 76. So within this chapter, we have a little bit of a focus on Shin and what he's doing, and then Sakamoto and basically what he's doing. And so, as we see from last chapter, Shin is now with the invisible guy, and when we following Shin throughout the chapter, it's just basically him with this invisible guy, just kind of still going through school life. I think it's lunchtime now, so they go and grab a bite to eat. Fair enough. But what's most important, I guess, when it comes to the Shin stuff within this chapter, following Shin throughout this chapter, is basically finding out the invisible guy has a relative who we have met previously, the guy with the mask. I think his name is Malfu Yu. I think that's his name. And so yeah, we basically learned that. And I said previously when this arc start when the exam started that I feel like that this character is going to be somewhat important later on down the lines, and he hasn't reached that status yet. He might do so later on, but we are adding to his character, giving him more depth by introducing a brother. So that's a good thing, I guess. But also during the scene as well, I don't really think it's as important as of right now, but Shin does mention that how he hasn't seen anybody that he passed the exam with, which he does tell the brother, and the brother does respond to that as that's probably a good thing, because things in the JCC they're not how they usually right now, which probably will lead to what they find out by the end of the arc when they get to the basement, such and such and such. So that takes up a small portion of the chapter, and the majority of the chapter is spent with Mr. Sakamoto. First, we see him in the school offices, marking, grading papers, doing stamping. He's doing something office related. He's doing something office related, and it's during this time he's wondering how exactly he's going to find the time to do what he came here to do. And he's also panicking about how the fact that he has very limited time, because the skies will wear off in X amount of time, however much amount of time was given. But while worrying, he is given the task by another teacher to go check up on certain students. So he's like, all right, cool, I can use this excuse to go about what I want to do. But before he can do that, he has to actually do what he's told, and that's where we spend, say, another decent portion of the chapter, probably the biggest portion of the chapter for Mr. Sakamoto, is him coming across these students. And now this leads to a very entertaining fight, if you want to call it, beat down, whatever way you want to call it. I find it I don't really classify this as a fight, because it's just Sakamoto showing off as he does. And now we've seen impressive stuff from Sakamoto in the past, and and the mangaka is keep on delivering. And how he delivers, or she, I can't remember if it's he or she or mangaka for this, how they deliver within this chapter is have Sakamoto do what he did, and I'm gonna say in under 3 minutes. And the reason why I see that is because during the time you see him cook a cup of cup noodles. And I usually am not a big fan of cup noodles myself, but usually I'm pretty sure that these take 3 minutes to cook. And now we know that, and if it is 3 minutes, we know that what Sakamoto did within this chapter was under 3 minutes, because he says that the noodles are not quite cooked properly all the way through at the end of the chapter when he tries them, just before he says, all right, cool, who am I going to interrogate first? And yeah, that's pretty much everything to say about this chapter. I always enjoy Sakamoto beatdown, because he always finds creative ways to incorporate his surroundings into his fight. For example, him using the clothes hangers, the drawers, and such and such and such. So it's always interesting. He used a hoover. Did he suck in the hair, or did he just? Yeah, he sucked. He sucked in the guy's hair and then beat him down. So this is what I'm talking about. Like, always creative. The fights are always creative with Sakamoto, and I like that. It brings that gag manga feel, which is supposed to do. Yeah, but other than that, I haven't got much to say about this chapter. the pace was fine, but I feel like nothing much happened yet. I feel like we've spent a lot of time. 2 to 3 chapters. I feel like the pacing continues. It's entertaining, but I feel like we're not moving the plot forward much within the last couple of chapters. So I feel like that can speed up a little bit. But I still believe it deserves a 3-star rating. And like always, guys, I'm asking for your thoughts and opinions. If you haven't already, please go to my YouTube channel. But it's important, take care. Have a nice day.